The court is now in session. Silence is hereby enjoined. Honorable Judge Mark Habangyo presiding. Let's pray. Almighty God, we stand in your holy presence as our supreme judge. We humbly beseech you to bless and inspire us so that what we think, say, and do will be in accordance with your will. Enlighten our minds, strengthen our spirit, and fill our hearts with fraternal love, wisdom, and understanding, so that we can become effective channels of truth, justice, and peace. In our proceedings today, guide us in the path of righteousness for the fulfillment of your greater glory. Amen. You may be seated.
Court is now in session. Call the cases.
For arraignment, criminal case number 6482626, People of the Philippines versus Nilmar Maines for the crime of reckless imprudence resulting in homicide. Appearance for the prosecution and the defense counsel.
Your Honor, I am Prosecutor Joseph Garbin, appearing for the people of the Philippines.
Attorney Glory Rodas for defense, Your Honor.
Criminal case number 6482626, People of the Philippines versus Nilmar Maines. On February 2, 2023 at 4 a.m., the accused is traversing along Buluan Highway on a jeepney bumped a pedestrian, causing him serious injuries that caused his death.
Do you understand the crimes charged against you?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is your plea?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
The accused pleaded not guilty, Your Honor.
Let it be on the record that the accused pleaded not guilty for the crime reckless imprudence resulting in homicide, Article 365 of the Revised Penal Code. The information was read to him in English, a language known and understood by the accused. Also, Attorney Rodas, the defense counsel of the accused, assisted him in this arraignment.
Your Honor, we would like to set the case for pre-trial on April 5, 2023.
Are you amenable with the scheduled defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, set the pre-trial on the case on April 5, 2023. We only have one case for today.
Yes, Your Honor.
In today's trial, the arraignment of Nilmar Maines, the accused, in criminal case number 6482626 is conducted. The information is read to him in English, a language known and understood by him. Defense counsel Attorney Rodas assisted the accused. The accused pleaded not guilty for the crime charged against him. Arraign the accused.
Criminal case number 6482626, People of the Philippines versus Nilmar Maines for the crime of reckless imprudence resulting in homicide. Article 365 of the Revised Penal Code for pre-trial conference.
Appearances.
For the prosecution, Your Honor, representing the people of the Philippines.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the defense, representing the accused, I am Glory Rodas, defense counsel.
Are parties willing to agree to enter into a plea bargaining?
Your Honor, please, the prosecution does not desire to enter plea bargaining.
All right. Mark your exhibits.
With the permission of this honorable court, Your Honor, please, the prosecution will represent the following documentary evidence and mark as prosecution's exhibits. The prosecution, Your Honor, reserves its right to introduce some parties to the pre-marked exhibits and present other documentary evidence during the course of the trial, subject to further directions and limitations that this honorable court may impose.
All right. Subject to the 3-day notice rule. Otherwise, the evidence shall not be considered by this court. How about the defense? Mark your exhibits.
With the permission of the Honorable Court, Your Honor, please, the defense will present the following evidence and request request that is remarked as follows. The defense, Your Honor, reserves its right to introduce sub-marking to the pre-marked exhibits and present other documentary evidence during the course of the trial, subject to further direction and limitation that this honorable court may impose.
Recognized. Subject to the 3-day notice rule. Otherwise, the evidence shall not be considered by the court. Any admission?
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution requests for the admission by the defense of the jurisdiction of the Honorable Court and try this case.
We admit, Your Honor.
Second, identity of the one charged in the information of the person arraigned is one and the same.
We admit, Your Honor.
Lastly, the date and the place of the commission of the crime.
We admit, Your Honor.
No further request for admission, Your Honor. Thank you.
With the permission of the Honorable Court, Your Honor, please the defense request for the admission by the prosecution of the following exhibits already earlier remarked. First, the affidavit of witness, the person was beside the accused while traversing Bunuan Highway. The said witness will provide the testimony. The affidavit of witness is pre-marked as Exhibit A for the defense, and we are showing the prosecution a copy of it.
The prosecution admits, Your Honor.
Second, we would like to request for the admission by the prosecution of the spot report issued by the Police Chief Inspector in the chain of custody form, pre-marked as Exhibit 1 and 2, to recognize the compliance of the PNP operation to the standard protocol.
We admit, Your Honor.
No further requests for admission, Your Honor. Thank you.
What is the pleasure of the prosecution?
Your Honor, please, the prosecution submits issue to be resolved whether the accused committed the offense charged in the information.
How about the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. The defense submits the following issue to be resolved. Whether there was a valid arrest, whether the PNP operatives follow the standard protocol, whether the defendant is guilty thereof.
Okay. How about the witnesses?
The prosecution will present 6 witnesses, Your Honor. First is Ryan Perez, a passenger of the jeep driven by the accused to the proof that the accused hit the victim and saw the incident. Second is Ivana Jane Bulata. She was near the incident. RNTs to prove that the accused hit the victim. Third, Dr. Carlo de Guzman, NBI Medical Legal Officer, to prove that the victim died because of the injury caused by the accused. Fourth, SBO1 Dinella Limo, on the arresting officer, to prove that there was a valid warrantless arrest of the accused. Fifth is Nelly Esteban, daughter of the deceased victim, to prove that the accused offered a settlement to prevent litigation. Sixth, and lastly, Police Inspector Allen Halos, part of the investigating team, dispatched to the scene of the crime to prove that the victim needed medical assistance after the incident and that the accused attempted to bribe his way out of the criminal case. The prosecution reserves its right to present other witnesses in the course of the trial, Your Honor.
All right. How about the defense? How many witnesses?
Your Honor, please, the defense will present 2 witnesses. First, the accused himself to prove that there was no valid warrantless arrest. Second, Cecilia Antonio, passenger beside the accused, to prove that the victim was already lying on the ground when the jeepney passed by. The accused, Your Honor, reserved his right to present other witnesses in the course of the trial.
Any other matters?
Your Honor, as of now, we have no more things to discuss.
All right. Are the parties willing to consider the pre-trial terminated?
Yes,
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. In today's pre-trial conference, Joseph Garvin appeared for the prosecutor and Gloryville Rodas appeared for the accused.
Trans, the Regional Trial Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Mark Mabanglo presiding.
Thank you. You may all be seated. Call the case.
Your Honor, today's case is the criminal case number 6482626, People of the Philippines versus Mark Nainez.
Is the prosecution ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
We will now hear the opening statement from the prosecution. Prosecutor Garbin, please state your case.
Thank you, Your Honor. The accused did then and there willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously drive and operate a passenger jeepney in a reckless and imprudent manner without taking the necessary precaution to prevent and or avoid accident and without regard to traffic rules and regulations, causing as a result of his recklessness and imprudence the said vehicle he was driving to bump one Carl Mark Santos to bump, thereby causing his untimely death, and that the said accused, after bumping the said Carl Mark Santos, failed to lend him on the spot assistance to the damage and prejudice of his ears. We will prove that the accused is guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The reason we ask you, Your Honor, the verdict of guilty.
Thank you. The defense would like to give an opening statement, or would you like to defer until the prosecution rests in its case?
We would like to stay, Your Honor, in the People of the Philippines versus Mark Nainez. He is being accused of reckless imprudence resulting in homicide when in fact he is not liable for any of these accusations. The reason we ask you, Your Honor, the verdict of lacking.
Thank you, counsel. For the prosecution, you may now call in your first witness.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution would like to call on Ryan Perez in the witness stand. The witness is being presented to testify on the fact that the accused hit the victim while traversing Bunuan Highway.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this case?
Yes, I will.
Mr. Perez, please introduce yourself.
I am Ryan Perez, a college student and a passenger of a jeepney driven by Mr. Nainez.
Mr. Perez, will you please tell me on this honorable court where you were on February 2, 2023 at around 4 in the morning?
I was on my way to school, that is why I am riding a jeepney for transportation.
Did you something happen, if any, while you are at the jeepney?
Yes, while I was at the jeepney, I heard a loud thud as if the jeep hit something solid.
What happened next?
I looked out toward the road and saw a person lying face down. I informed Nainez that he hit a man, but instead of helping, Nainez backed the jeepney up, continued driving, and told his other passenger that he would tell the police about the incident.
What happened next?
I noted down the jeepney plate number when highlighted and reported the incident to the police.
That's all, Your Honor. Cross.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Witness, you may now step down. Call your next witness.
Yes, Your Honor. I am calling on Ms. Bulataw. The witness is being presented to testify on the fact that Mr. Carl Mark Santos was seen being hit by the witness.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this hearing? Yes, I do.
Proceed.
Ms. Bulataw, please introduce yourself.
I am Ivana Jane Bulataw, a college student.
Ms. Bulataw, will you please tell on this honorable court where you were on February 2, 2023 at around 4 in the morning?
I was jogging at that time around Bunuan Highway.
Did something happen around Bunuan Highway?
Yes, While I was jogging, I heard a loud thud and heard someone inside the jeepney shouted, "May nabangga."
What happened next?
I saw the jeepney stop and backtrack, leaving the victim lying on the road.
What happened next?
Before the jeepney leaves, I had a good look at the jeepney driver.
That is all, Your Honor. Cross.
No, Your Honor.
Miss Witness, you may now step down. Call the next witness.
Witness, you may now be excused.
May I call our third witness, Your Honor?
Call your next witness, counsel.
Our third witness, Your Honor, is Dr. Carlo de Guzman, the NBI medical legal officer who conducted examinations on the victim following the incident.
Swear the witness.
You may raise your right. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about this hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will you please state your name, status, address, and other personal circumstances?
I am Dr. Carlo de Guzman, a resident of Maluod, Dagupan City, and I am the medical legal officer of NBI, Dagupan City.
Your witness, counsel. We offer the testimony of Dr. Carlo de Guzman as corroborative evidence to formally testify the content of the medical legal report.
Proceed.
You declared that you are a doctor of medicine, Dr. Carlo de Guzman. Where did you finish your medical degree?
US Degree,
When did you graduate?
2010.
Are you a licensed physician?
Yes,
When did you pass the doctor's board examination?
2012.
Where are you presently connected?
I am presently connected with Region 1 Hospital located in Dagupan City.
Since when you have been employed in that hospital? Since when have you been employed in that hospital?
I have been employed since 2015.
What is your present designation?
I am presently an emergency physician in Secretary.
Have you testified as a medical expert in cases before courts of justice?
Yes, mostly on medical legal.
How many medical legal cases so far have you testified? What kind of medical legal cases have you testified?
For the past 5 years, around 25 cases, mostly homicide and murder cases.
Do you recall having attended on one Mr. Carl Mark Santos at the Region 1 Hospital?
Yes,
Do you recall when was the doctor? About what time?
about 4:30 in the morning of February 2, 2023.
You have a trauma. What happened when you attended to him?
We have a trauma around his head.
Attached to the record of the case is a medical legal report issued by one Dr. Carlo de Guzman. For the record, the witness has identified the document previously marked as Exhibit D as the medical legal report issued by Dr. Carlo de Guzman. There is a signature above, the typewritten name Dr. Carlo de Guzman. Do you know whose signature is this, doctor?
It is my signature.
I respectfully request, Your Honor, that the signature appearing in Exhibit M be marked as Exhibit M1. Can you tell to us, in layman's terms, the findings?
Mr. Santos died because of severe traumatic head injury, secondary to vehicular accident.
That is all, Your Honor.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor.
May I call our fourth witness, Your Honor?
Call your next witness, counsel.
Our fourth witness, Your Honor, is Senior Police Officer Juan Dinel Limo, the police officer who conducted the warrantless arrest of the accused.
You may raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this hearing?
Yes, I will.
May you sit.
Will you please state your name, status, address, and other personal circumstances?
I am Senior Police Officer Juan Dinel Limo, a resident of Mural-Lucet, Dagupan City. I am a member of Philippine National Police, who is presently assigned at the Dagupan City.
Your witness, counsel. We offer the testimony of Senior Police Officer Juan Dinel Limo as a corroborative evidence to formally testify the lawful warrantless arrest of the accused.
Proceed.
Where were you at around 4 in the morning, sir?
I was in the Bunuan Highway where the incident happened, conducting a checkpoint.
What happened during that time?
While we are on duty, we saw a deputy pass by us and reported that there was a pedestrian who got hit. I asked him to accompany me where the incident happened, but he refused and sped away.
And what happened next?
Then we responded immediately after that.
What time did it take to your knowledge about the incident?
It was around 4:08 in the morning.
What happened next?
When we went to the place where the incident transpired, and when we arrived at Bunuan Highway, we found Carmark Santos lying near the pavement with blood stains around him. I then called the ambulance to bring Santos to the hospital.
What happened next?
I searched for possible witnesses and examined. Miss Ivana Jane Pulagaw approached me and told me what she witnessed happen. And then I radioed to the other officer to stop the vehicle that was bound to downtown Dagupan City. Then and there we made the arrest under a hot pursuit.
That is all, Your Honor.
Cross.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lalim, you may now step down.
May I call our fifth witness, Your Honor?
Call your next witness.
Our fifth witness, Your Honor, is Nelia Esteban Santos, daughter of deceased victim, to prove that the accused offered a settlement to prevent litigation.
Swear the witness.
You may raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this hearing? Yes, I do. You may be seated.
Can you tell me what happened 2 weeks after the incident occurred?
We met at the police station to talk about the incident.
What happened next?
We offered the offer from the legal proceeds of the chief insurance in order to stop him from filing any criminal case against him.
What happened next?
I turned down the offer.
That is all, Your Honor.
Cross.
No, Your Honor.
Mrs. Nelia, you may now step down.
May I call our last witness, Your Honor?
Call your last witness, counsel.
Our last witness, Your Honor, is Police Inspector Allen Harris, to corroborate his testimony of my next attempt at the settlement.
Swear the witness.
You may raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this hearing?
Yes, sir.
You may be seated.
Can you tell me what happened when the accused and Miss Nelia met at the police station?
The accused offered Ms. Nelia a settlement to prevent any litigation.
What happened next?
After Ms. Nelia refused the offer, the accused next offered me part of the insurance as a bribe not to proceed with the criminal case. I refused.
That is all, Your Honor.
Cross.
No, Your Honor.
So, Police Inspector Allen Halos, you may now step down.
Your Honor, we are now raising the case for the prosecution.
Thank you, prosecution. For the defense, you may now call in your first witness.
Yes, Your Honor. The defense would like to call on the accused himself in the witness stand. The witness is being presented to testify of the fact that the allegation against him or him are not true and that he is ended to guilty of such accusation.
You may raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this hearing?
Yes, I will.
Mr. Finance, can you introduce yourself? Can you tell me what exactly happened while you're traversing the said highway?
While I was traversing the Bunuan Highway, I saw that there is already a man lying down the road.
What happened next?
I decided to just tell the police officer who was conducting a checkpoint about the incident.
Do you think you're unlawfully arrested?
Yes, as I was just a mere witness to what happened to the victim.
That is all, Your Honor.
Cross. Yes, Your Honor. You may start cross-examination.
Mr. Melendez, as you said, you saw the victim lying down the road.
Yes.
Then why didn't you help the victim?
Leading, Your Honor.
Mistake.
Can you tell me why did you not help right away the victim?
I decided to report it directly to the police.
That's all, Your Honor.
Idale.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Maines, you may now stand. Are there any more witnesses?
No more, Your Honor. We are now resting the case for the defense.
In the light of the foregoing accusations, the court hereby renders judgment finding the accused Dilmar Maines guilty beyond reasonable doubt of the putable felony of reckless imprudence resulting in homicide, defined and penalized under Article 365 of the Revised Penal Code, qualified by failing to lend on the spot to the victim such help as may be in the hands of the accused to give. Consequently, accused Dilmar Maines is hereby sentenced to undergo an intermediate prison sentence of 4 years, 2 months, and 1 day, as the minimum to 6 years, 1 month, and 11 days as the maximum. As similarly, the accused Dilmar Maines is hereby ordered to pay the heirs of Carlos Santos the following amounts to it: 50,000 as civil indemnity, 58,000 as actual compensatory damages for real expenses, 168,394 for loss of earning capacity, and 50,000 for moral and exemplary damages.